So one of the easiest ways to get into enjoying medicinal herbs from your garden is just making tea. And a really important part of that is making tea that tastes good, right? There's a lot of really powerful herbs out there, but not all of them are that delicious, especially if you have kids or you're new to some of these flavors. So we're going to be making one of our herb bundles that is the Garden Tea Time bundle, because we want our herbs to be delicious, we want them to be easy to harvest and dry, and we want everyone to be able to enjoy them. So the first one I'm going to grab for our bundle is spearmint. We grow a few different varieties of spearmint. I love this sort of true to type variety. It has great flavor, it dries down really nicely, and it helps to sort of bring a little brightness to any blend that we make. So we'll have a couple spearmints in there. It is a little bit less aggressive than peppermint, but definitely if you're going to put it in your garden, you might want to think about putting it in the back border or having it in containers as well. The next one we're going to grab is bronze fennel. So this is related to the bulb fennel that a lot of us grow for vegetables, but bronze fennel can perennialize here. It can grow, come back a second year, and it will readily self-seed. And it makes such beautiful flowers, beautiful bronze leaves, and so you can harvest the leaves or the seeds and include those in both fresh teas and dry teas later on in the season. So I love bronze fennel in tea. It's mildly sweet, it just helps mellow everything out. It's really great. Of course, we're gonna have to have some Tulsi in here. Tulsi tea in the summertime is just such a treat. It dries wonderfully. I love having dry Tulsi on hand to get a little summer sweetness in the middle of winter, but making sun teas with Tulsi in the middle of summer when the sun is really hot is so good. So we're gonna put 2 of those in as well. And then we have lemon balm. Lemon balm's a perennial, so it's a nice one to put somewhere where you want something that's going to be sort of a low-growing, bushy, perennial plant. And this one, I mean, I have never been able to convince a kid that it's not actually called lemon balm because it's so flavorful. So this one is really wonderful if you have kids and you want them to learn to enjoy herbs and be able to pick them and use them themselves. And then in the same mint family as the lemon balm, we have Anise hyssop. So it's not anise, it is related to hyssop. It's in the mint family, and this has a really sweet, mild flavor that is great at harmonizing all sorts of different tea blends. It's also really great for colds and flus in the wintertime, so it's a nice one if you want your medicine to taste really nice. And then over here we've got lemon verbena. So this is a plant that can get quite shrubby in warmer areas of the country, but here it'll grow up to 3 feet in a pot or in your garden. And fresh lemon verbena tea is really wonderful. I love mixing it with rosemary and just having like a really simple lemon verbena rosemary tea as sort of an afternoon pick-me-up. You can dry the leaves whole and just have dried whole leaves in a cup, pour hot water over it in the wintertime, and it's absolutely lovely. So we'll have some of those in there. And then last but not least, we've got some chamomile and some catnip. Catnip I like using in tea because it has a little bit of an earthy quality to it, so it helps sort of round out the tea blend and keep it from being like too spicy, too aromatic. So this is a lovely one to add as well. And then chamomile is just the gift that keeps on giving. If you keep picking the flowers, they will keep growing, and you're gonna have lots of fresh flowers to use as well as dry for tea for all winter. So those are some of the herbs that you're gonna be able to find in our garden tea bundle. And this is available for pre-order online. And all of these herbs are also available a la carte if you come to the greenhouses.